for those. Those who are tuning in for offensive fireworks, Doris, might be a little disappointed in this one.
Right, Kev, but if you love gritty defensive play, this is the place to be. Listen, we may not get spectacular buckets, but I guarantee you every point is going to be well earned.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. Jalen Green is out there with Brooks. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Şengün in at the 5. Now, here's Holmgren. And it's Williams throwing it down.
And proving how versatile he can be. Holmgren, fantastic dime in the screen and roll.
Here's Green, and there's the drive. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Green with a screen for Brooks. Outside, Green. Pass to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocks it loose. Outside, George.
To me, that's where the frame of Lu Dort helps, right? He's so big and strong from the guard position. He can take contact.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Free throw good, George. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
And so it's Houston with it, following the score by Oklahoma City. Brooks with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Green, no luck. The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Screen by Hartenstein. They get it back. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Thompson. Pass to Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Gilgeous-Alexander against Green. Back to Brooks. Another miss by Houston.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And Torch gets it to go.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now, here's Green. Shot to stop the run. A three-pointer is right on target.
And what you just love about Green, a guard who works with or without the ball, can break you down in so many ways.
And oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. Şengün against Hartenstein. Şengün passes to Green. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist.
3 points.
Green's got 6 points.
Oh, not even thinking about it. When Green is catching and firing like that, you know he's feeling it.
3 on 3. Here's Thompson. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Wow, what a quick release from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What a pretty pull-up.
Green, and Green slams it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. They get it again. Holmgren gets the bucket.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
They kick it out to Green. Back to Eason. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Green. And he goes right over Hartenstein and slams it down.
And one of Green's best assets, his leaping ability. He's a natural athlete, very explosive.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. It'll count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
Yeah, and I also love the intensity they've shown on the glass early on. Keeping plays alive, creating second chance shots, that's nice.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got Tari Eason, Dylan Brooks out there with Green. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. After the miss from Chet Holmgren.
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. Holmgren in the high post. It's up against Thompson. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And we've seen this all night. Green with a wide range of ways to score. And boy, he just keeps coming.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Adams, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Adams sets the pick for Green. To the paint. Oh, that's blocked. It's Dort on the wing. No good on the triple. It's trailed by 6. It's tipped. Adams with the screen on Dort. Here's Green. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Oh, how about the agility from Green, finding a way to get to his spot despite the contact.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 13 and plenty of contact on the shots. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from three. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 13 points in the game. Pass to Holmgren. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And it's Thompson with the jam.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Brooks. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. And the three off target. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by one. Brooks with a screen on Jordan. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Once Green gets inside, he has the body control to adjust to the defender there and finish.
7-second difference, shot and game clock to the right side. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw drops for Holmgren.
You love when guys like Chet Holmgren, who enters the league with big expectations, works hard to meet those expectations. It's been great to watch.
The Rockets have gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. And here is Green. He's got 19. Into the lane. With 1 on the clock. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Well, guys, what can you say? Jalen Green, an impressive effort here today.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Williams is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Williams. Then there's Wallace, and it's Mitchell in at point guard. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half. Now here's Green. Whitmore with it, 6 to shoot. Another shot, tries to the hoop, and he sinks the layup. Whitmore's got the lead up to 3 now for the Rockets.
And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
George, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation, and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Now here's Green. He has yet to score. Whitmore with it. Wallace is there.
Oh, man. When Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Wallace outside. Williams has a screen for Wallace. At the elbow, Williams. Great D that time from Green.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the lead just enough to keep him out of rhythm. This is what I love about Whitmore, his fearless attitude and that ability to draw fouls.
Whitmore, 2 shots. And both free throws good for Whitmore. Thunder trailing by 7. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Will it go? The Thunder with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Şengün kicks to Smith. Smith with a screen on Wallace. Back to Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Smith's got his second basket of the game.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
Now here's Wallace. Scoreless thus far.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And, you know, the more you watch Smith, the more you marvel at his feel for the game.
And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Inside, Williams. And that one is off. Great D that time from Green. Here's Whitmore. That 3 off the mark. Thunder trailing by 11. To the left wing. And he jams it with authority.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Houston.
Pass to Whitmore. The shot from the low post is good. Whitmore's got 10 points in the quarter.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Green against Williams. Williams has a screen for Williams. No good from outside. On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 14-2 run here. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 13.
A wrecking ball out there. Whitmore plays with power on the glass.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Reed Shepherd. That is his first foul of the game. Rockets on defense. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. And Williams, here we go.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his guys.
Now, here's Şengün. Now, Whitmore. 12 points for him. Clock at 4. Rebound by Mitchell.
Normally, he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall. Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Pass to Whitmore. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Substitution on the court.
6 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Amen Thompson. Steven Adams is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Green, and it's Brooks in at the shooting guard. Now here's Green. And Green skims it in.
Look at Green just taking off and throwing it down right in the face of the defense.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. During the last break, got to listen in on Ime Udoka's huddle with his team. He told his players, "I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now."
All right, thank you, David. Here's Green after the made shot from Chet Holmgren. Pass to Brooks. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. On the wing, Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And the quickness of Brooks's drive can be overwhelming. Burst inside before the D can react.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
On defense, the Thunder. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from outside.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Dort wide open. Rockets with the rebound. It's a 5-point game. Brooks the pass to Adams. Brooks against Williams. Pass to Eason. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Eason's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. Eason grabs the board. Houston leading by 8. Here's Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And Gilgeous-Alexander. Here we go. Williams looking around. To the paint. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And Thompson slams it home.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Fires from deep. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Rockets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Houston.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Well, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jalen Green.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Outside Williams. It's Dort on the wing. Poke loose. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Hartenstein. Williams from outside. And no good. Here's Eason.
Thunder foul. Boom. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Easy. Taking 2 shots.
So he can't get either to fall. So Houston wins it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them.
Looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's Dunn in at the 3, the small forward.
Boy, Booker has so many ways to beat you on that offensive end.
Hartenstein with a screen on Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Got a piece of it. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Three-pointer, Beal. Dort grabs the miss. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for OKC. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He can't hit that time. Excellent D there from Booker. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dacknell and I were able to chat. We talked about Kevin Durant and what his plan is for trying to contain him, and Coach said, quote, "We don't want him to get into a rhythm. That's when he's most dangerous." I told our guys to get up in his airspace and make him feel the pressure. An aggressive approach, but certainly a wise one when it comes to a player like KD. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
Outside Booker. On the wing, Durant. Booker against Dort. Booker, the pass to Beal. Nails it from beyond the arc.
So good from three-point line. Beal stretches out the defense.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Booker. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And Booker with the jam.
Gotta be impressed with Booker's basketball IQ. Superb at scoring off of pick and rolls.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander from behind the arc. They grab their own miss. Pass to Holmgren. Hartenstein a screen from deep. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
Booker surveying the D. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Beal against Williams. Dort outside. Screen by Holmgren. With the floater. Back to Williams. Driving inside. And Williams punches it home.
Oh, I love the ferocity on the drive. Williams doesn't lack confidence tearing towards the rim.
Durant against Holmgren. And Durant with the big finish.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. And you look at how Durant is playing at his age. He's still as elite as it gets, RJ.
You don't lose skill. KD could play into his 40s if he wanted to. That shot isn't going away, and he's always going to be tall. He will be one of the best scorers every time he laces them up.
Out to Beal. 1:19 left in the first. 6 to shoot. Durant, no good.
and you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. Buries it from 3. Williams has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league, so it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Booker against Dort. Booker, the pass to Dunn. Now Durant. Outside for Booker. Unloads. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Booker with it, and it's Dort picking him up. Beal outside. Pass to Durant. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. Dort against Booker. On the wing, Durant. Back to Booker. Over Dort. And the Suns miss again. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Oklahoma's... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
And so, in the game for Phoenix, Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant, and it's done in a small forward. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said, it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance, and it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Brian, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Booker, the pass to Dunn. Outside for Booker. Pass to Richards. Back to Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. The pull-up. Look at Gilgeous-Alexander sprinting to the cup. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Thunder.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
5 on the clock. Deflected.
A strong, fearless defender. Dort doesn't back down from taking chances and going after spots.
And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Kevin Durant.
And you know, when you have the size and skill of a guy like Chet Holmgren, you're gonna draw fouls.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
And it doesn't get any easier for Durant. With his size and length, dunking just comes pretty easy for him.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with it. Williams a screen on Durant. Down low. Outside for Dort. Just 4 to shoot. Over Beal. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Done with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Williams against Booker. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. To the right side. Holmgren against Booker. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Williams. Give him 8. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for your Oklahoma City.
And the technical free throw is good. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Dort for 3. Richards pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Durant. KD out here flexing on people.
Yeah, even though he's slender, Durant is good at keeping his balance through contact. The man is stronger than he looks.
Holmgren with a screen on Booker. Lets it fly. And Booker pulls it down.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take. I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander coming off a Suns make on the take, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Thunder leading by 4. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Durant. Outside for Booker. 29 seconds left in the half. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Holmgren against Durant. It's Beal on the wing. Clock at 6. Takes it inside. Drops in the layup for 2. Beal's got 5.
Boy, Beal looked like he was shot out of a cannon there.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with a screen on Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Here's Hartenstein. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
Hartenstein.
And so Hartenstein nails both of them. Outside O'Neal. Gets it off. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Alex Caruso is out there with Williams. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. Then there's Mitchell. And it's Wallace in at the 2 spot. That's the group from Mark Daigneault starting the second half.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's Caruso. Hartenstein a screen. And that one goes in as as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And you watch Alex Caruso on defense, RJ. He forces his fair share of turnovers.
Yeah, he's got great instincts, quick hands. You can't be loose with the ball around Caruso, one of the best one-on-one defenders in the game.
Here's Jones. To shoot. The Suns need to get off a shot. Two open that time. Made it look easy. Allen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Williams has checked in for Oklahoma City. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. They get it again. Plumlee passes to Jones. Allen, right side. Pass to Jones. Jacks up a three. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City leading by 7. And it's Caruso on the take. Wallace with it. He's against Allen. Outside Mitchell. Over Jones. Jones with the block. Outside O'Neal. Pass to Bowl. Allen with it. Into the lane. Banked it in off the glass. Allen's got 5 now.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul of the game. Wallace outside. To the inside. Williams. Back to Wallace. Shot clock at 6. Williams passes to Wallace. The 3 from Mitchell. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Richie.
They've traded a lot of picks away and young talent to assemble a team of superstars. Some of the best shooters in the history of this league. And they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain them.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Three-pointer. Jones misses. And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for OKC. Outside, Williams. Shot from the low post is good. And it's a 9-point Thunder lead.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work. But that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Williams, a screen on Jones. Here's Caruso. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Mason Plumlee. And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line. And Caruso drops them both. Well, the last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats. But this is Devin Booker's team.
No doubt, drafted in 2015. Book's been here his entire career. His first few seasons, the team was, let's just say they were rebuilding, but Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then.
Now here's Jones. Puts up a deep 3. Williams grabs the board.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Outside Mitchell. It's Williams, high post. Wallace outside. Takes the 3. Alex Caruso has been leading the charge for Oklahoma City. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Suns trail by 11. On the court for the Suns, getting the 4th quarter going. Booker and Beal in the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's done in at the 3 slot.
I guess Booker wants to play with his food before he eats.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Got a hand on it. Durant surveying the D. To the paint. And stolen by Hartenstein. Now here's Holmgren. He's closely guarded. Williams' shot is good. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition. Just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Nice shot by Durant.
And Durant plays with real competitive fire, which makes him so important.
Pass to Holmgren. Williams a screen on Durant. Holmgren inside. Durant's there. Dort for 3. Pure from 3-point range.
Yes, such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
Booker against Dort. Up top Booker. Outside Durant. Richards with a screen. Shoots it from the high post. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter.
And sometimes you just assume ahead of time Durant's mid-range J is going in. Downright lethal.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Excellent D there from Booker.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Ooh, against inside resistance. Booker still good.
Ooh, Booker showing some power.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And Williams punches it home.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. Here's Durant on the take. And Durant with the big finish.
If you feed KD, this man is going to do this all night long.
Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
Phoenix ball.
Now here's Dunn. Williams defending. The kick to Durant. Dunn outside.
2 minutes.
Back to Durant.
2 minutes.
KD jabs it straight down.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the Thunder tack on 2 more.
There's so many facets to SGA's game. He's
equally good from all three levels.
Durant, so effective inside.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Offensive board. Pass to Holmgren. Dort against Beal. Shot clock at 5. Dort finds Holmgren. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And they recover it. The kick out to Williams. Williams, a screen on Durant. Here's Holmgren. Tries yet again. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, maybe a little bit of a use it or lose it situation with the coach's challenge. Probably won't make a difference to the outcome, but they still want to review the call.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
It's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer was going over with his team. Coach delivered some inspiration for his team. He said, quote, "We're close. We are inches away from it. Do you feel it? I feel it. This is ours if we want it." Back to you, Ryan.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And what you immediately notice about Chet Holmgren is his uniqueness. He's got size, but also tremendous agility. He can hit outside shots or battle down low.
Suns foul. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line.
Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second of 2 is good. And that stretches their lead to 8. Here's Booker. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. Durant against Holmgren. Outside Durant. Out to Beal. 6 to shoot. Back to Durant. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Richards. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. Good on the first, and that'll put them up by 9. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
For 3, Durant. Williams grabs the board. And so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were hard, Allie. Good stuff there. Thanks for that. And
Of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's done in at the small forward. Now here's Booker and the foul on Tari Eason. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Here's KD, and then Durant with the dunk.
You know, he's a good guy to have running that particular set. I mean, Durant is not a guy who makes a lot of mistakes in the pick and roll.
Green against Booker. Şengün with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Durant sets a screen for Booker. Outside, KD. And finished off by KD.
Not many bigs can slow down KD once he gets around the rim.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
And here's Booker following Jalen Green's three. And there's a whistle that goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. Booker looking around. Shot clock at 5. The three from KD. Deflected by Eason. Pass to Şengün. And here is Green. Şengün with a screen on Booker. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 5 now.
He has a great feel for scoring in the painted area. Nice play by Jalen Green.
Booker in the post. Brooks covering.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays, once he takes flight, Green can make some incredible moves in the air.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. They trail by 1. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Beal dishes to Booker. And Thompson sends it back. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, DA, thanks. Booker the pass to Richards. Yep, it counts.
An awesome distributor. Booker's floor awareness and understanding of when to dish it is a real weapon.
And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Up top, Eason. They kick it out to Green. And some nice passing there by Houston. Eason Eason with a screen for Thompson. Rebound by the Suns.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Brooks against Beal. Eason with a screen for Brooks. Pass to Eason. A three ball. Dylan Brooks, and that's good.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Out to Thompson. Driving the... Oh, my goodness. What a play.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for the Houston Rockets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be right back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Jalen Green is out there with Dylan Brooks. Then it's Alperen Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Thompson in at the three, the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
Turkish thunder. Şengün tasting the sauce up top.
Booker outside. To the inside. Stolen by Brooks. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Green with a screen for Şengün. And it's Green shutting it down.
Jalen Green has some serious hop. Yes, he does.
Well, Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
Now here's Booker. And Devin Booker in the paint.
Skillful make inside by Booker, able to find his spot for the finish.
Green drives in. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Out to KD. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Richards. Great defense that time from Şengün. Pass to Thompson. Driving in. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Houston leading by 9. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Green kicks to Brooks. Green with a screen on Booker. They kick it out to Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Green's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets.
No wasted motion or hesitation there. Green ready to shoot as soon as he caught it.
And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success. We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Booker outside. To the middle. Here's Durant. Using his length inside. Durant.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Green kicks to Şengün. No good on the triple. Suns trail by 12. Here's Booker. Booker driving in for the jam.
Excellent footwork there. Booker so tricky on the drive. You can't predict what he's going to do.
Out to Brooks. Beal with the steal. Right side Durant. 36 seconds left to play here in the half. Dunn sets a screen for Durant. No good with the triple.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck to beat here. It's just not his night.
Thompson, a screen on Katie. Eason passes to Şengün. Fires the three. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Smooth jumper there by Şengün. He's working on stretching things out more when he can.
The drive by Booker. The three from KD. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Houston Rockets looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And their ability to get points. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, guys, what can you say? Jalen Green, an impressive effort here today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer, starting the second half. Ole is out there with Plumlee. Then it's Royce O'Neal. Then it's Jones. And it's Allen in at the shooting guard position. At the elbow, Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Great Kentucky native Reed Shepard followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college years.
How cool was that? His dad winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he had a brief stint in the NBA. Reed, the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
Houston making a switch. Green's checked in. Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
Outside, Jones. Allen outside. Back to Jones. Down low. Here's Plumlee. The shot, no good. Adams, some nice D. Rockets leading by 14. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Back to Whitmore. Pass to Shepard. From the arc. Plumlee with the rebound. It's Allen on the wing. Whitmore defending. And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul.
Whitmore.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And Allen launches it from deep. No good on the quick three.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Whitmore sets a screen for Smith. There's the drive. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, scouts have said Smith needs to get stronger, and maybe that's the case, but Well, he sure muscled that one in.
Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
4 on the clock. Allen's shot is off. Rockets leading by 17. Here's Whitmore. Here's Adams, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
O'Neal. And again, unable to change momentum here. Shepard, the pass to Smith. Going inside, and Smith with the stuff.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Outside, Jones. Shoots. And Plumlee kicks to O'Neal. Jones looking for an opening. Lets the 3 fly. Kicks it out to Allen. Connects from 3-point range. Allen's got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for Phoenix. Here's Shepard, defended by Jones. Pass to Shepard. Whitmore sends a screen for Shepard. Takes it inside, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 20.
Showing how tough he is. Shepard doesn't get rattled by the physicality.
Jones kicks to O'Neal. Takes a 3. The Rockets pull it in, and it's Houston's ball. They're on a 13-3 run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Reed Shepard's shooting consistency and on-court smarts give him a strong foundation as a player, but adapting to the league is never easy. It takes time and a lot of work.
And with this score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Pass to Bull. O'Neal a screen on Green. Here's Jones. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Houston ball.
Rockets leading by 22. Here's Shepard. Whitmore with it. From outside the arc. Drills it from outside. Whitmore's got 7 points for the quarter.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want. The other, not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And so it's Houston. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We got Jalen Green. Tari Easton is out there with Amen Thompson. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's the 5 for Houston right now. Durant for 3. Rockets with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Booker dishes to Durant. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got 4 assists in the game. Şengün with the screen for Green. Lays it up off the glass.
Green is a made bucket getter, and his number has been called all night, and he has delivered.
And the dunk by Booker.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Brooks, the pass to Green. Brooks with a screen on Booker. And that one's good. Green.
Green, impressive range from deep. He knows how dangerous he can be from there.
And Booker kicks to Durant. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For Houston, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Şengün passes to Green. Şengün with the screen for Green. Şengün finds Green. And another 3 for Houston.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Beal. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And one of the league's most gifted scorers, Beal relishes any chance he gets to finish while getting fouled.
Houston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Thompson, a screen on Booker. And the wide-open shot from Green. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Just on fire tonight. Devin Booker is feeling it, folks.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Green with a screen on Beal. Brooks, the pass to Green. And Thompson kicks to Green. And the 3 off target.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Outside Durant, stolen by Thompson. Out to the wing. Eason passes to Şengün. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Dunn. Phoenix has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Houston.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jalen Green.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Here's Dunn, and the layup's good off the glass.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Green kicks to Brooks. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. Brooks outside. Pass to Green. Another miss by Houston. On offense, here are the Suns. KD sets the pick for Booker. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for... These teams know each other well, and safe to say, they don't particularly like each other.
And I think fans really gravitate towards that sort of dislike. It just puts an extra added ingredient of intensity on a game like this. So for the fan bases, this one's big.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3, small forward.
Well, Adams, with that kind of positioning so deep inside, he becomes a force down low.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Williams, a screen on Brooks. Holmgren with it. Check by Brooks. And that one good.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
Green against Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Here's Brooks. Green with a screen on Dort. Here's Brooks. Good work defensively by Hartenstein.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Hartenstein with a screen on Thompson. Here's Williams. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too. And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Houston with another miss. The Thunder have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Green against Dort. Now here's Holmgren. Defense right on him. Pass to Hartenstein. Clock at 6. Here's Williams. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Green. Driving to the basket. Hartenstein pulls it in. The Thunder have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Dort against Brooks. Dort up top. Eason pulls it in.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Talk about using that speed. Green to the rim with ease.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Now, here's Green. Back to Thompson. Outside, Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
And this guy can just fly. Green lifts off and slams it down.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Green, the pass to Brooks. Thompson, a screen on Dort. Thompson outside. Outside for Brooks. Back to Thompson. Outside, Green. Again, Green missing. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Williams with it. Hartenstein with a screen on Brooks. Williams from long range. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Oklahoma City ahead. They're up by 3. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And what do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
We all know good ball movement is what most coaches harp on, and their passing's been excellent so far.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the small forward position. Hartenstein a screen. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Dort. Thompson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Brooks outside. Pass to Eason. Brooks the screen on Williams. Here's Green. The Thunder with the rebound. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And last season, Britt, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, BA. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36 and 5. He also led the league at 2 steals per game. What a season.
And it's Thompson penetrating. Oh, he cranks it in! Right on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Goodness.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that was going to hit his head on the rim one day.
Oh, Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Outside Eason. Back to Green. Green to the rack. Dort grabs the miss. And it's Dort with the ball for the Thunder. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Williams from long range. Thompson pulls it in. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Green against Williams. Green, the pass to Eason. Hits hits the three-pointer. Easton's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
And that's just an all-around talent there. I mean, Green is dependable at finding his open teammates.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. The Thunder with another miss.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
But it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Green. Finding some room inside. Green. Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're talking off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is... Yes, sir! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow.
I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Dort. They still need this. Hardenstein passes to Holmgren. And here's Dort. Over Green. Off the left rim and out.
Good shot, gone bad. You gotta finish there.
Thompson against Holmgren. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now Thompson defending. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hardenstein. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. A big triple. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And it's SGA showing he can play without the ball.
Houston leading by 5. Right side Green. Outside for Brooks. Here's Adams. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Thompson finds Brooks. Green with a screen on Williams. Brooks. The Thunder with the rebound. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Up top Holmgren. Pass to Hardenstein. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Here's Green. Big finish in transition from Green.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead. Holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
He gets it up. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Houston closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back to the game after this break. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Shepard is out there with Whitmore. Then it's Jabari Smith. Then it's Green. And it's Şengün in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that. Yeah, so smart to go to a shooter to finish the fast break. And coach has to like seeing Smith hustle to complete the play.
And Şengün gets it to go.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Thunder trail by 14. Caruso outside. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Williams. Will it go? The kick out to Williams. From deep, Mitchell drills it from deep. Mitchell's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Gotta D him up better than that. He's simply too good from beyond the arc.
Şengün with it. On the wing, Whitmore. Watched by Wallace. Back to Şengün. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Whitmore. From down in the low post, it goes. Whitmore's got 5 points now this quarter.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Williams with the screen. Here's Wallace. They get it back. Williams passes to Caruso. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And Caruso drops them both. And Houston has possession. They lead by 11. They set the pick with the drive. Outside Whitmore. And again, it's Houston.
Yeah, Shepherd has a knack of getting his teammates open looks.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Grant, soft touch, but hard nose. That's Reed Shepherd.
Yeah, B.A. His shooting alone makes him a pro. But his tenacity, toughness, and commitment to his overall game give him a chance to make him a star.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. There's a screen. Here's Shepherd, checked by Mitchell. Outside Whitmore. From beyond the arc, and then some. Whitmore's got 10 points here in the second half.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Williams' shot is good.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And here's Shepherd for 3. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 9. Shot is up. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Caruso against Smith. Mitchell grabs the miss.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Williams from long range. Counted from distance. Williams has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Pass to Smith. Driving in. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
This kid can fly. Smith with unbelievable hops.
Caruso against Smith. Caruso with the bucket. Caruso's got 6. 17 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Smith with a screen on Mitchell. Smith outside. He takes it in. Outside Whitmore. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 13.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
And so it's the Houston Rockets. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Great shots. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. You can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Alexander.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Taking a look at the Thunder. some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3 spot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
Thompson, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Green rising up.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, I said it before, the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Rockets lead by 9. Here's Thompson. Outside for Brooks. The 3 is up. No good there. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Dort driving inside, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And Dort with the big-time dunk.
And it's Green off the drive. And it's hammered home by Green.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hang it up there like that. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Here's Thompson. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Chet driving. And yep, it's good.
Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
And here's Green from the arc. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now. Holmgren with a screen on Eason. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. And now it's just a 4-point Houston lead.
And Gilgeous-Alexander showing just how difficult he can be to guard at times.
Green up top. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Thompson against Williams. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds in the game. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Look at Shai playing big inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander coming through big time.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Green against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Eason. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter here. The kick out to Williams. Green against Dort. Clock at 6. Goes back up. Ooh, the confidence from Holmgren inside.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
Green against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Green. And he drops it in from the low post. Green's got 8 here in this quarter.
Absolutely fearless. Green takes the big shot like it's any other bucket.
Eason against Holmgren. Williams a screen on Eason. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it.
Oklahoma City ball.
There's 47 seconds left in the final quarter. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Houston. They've led by as many as 14. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
Yeah, the moment the fast break starts, Brooks is out in transition, and that hustle gives him the edge.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Thompson. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Say it with me now. SGA. Get it done.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Alexander. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
20 seconds left in the game. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Third team foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
And the Thunder call time here. They're behind by 6. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
Now here's Brooks. And so it's Houston winning this one. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
And that about wraps it up for Allie LaForge.
All the talk. Leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Both Jalen and Jalen Williams are out there. One at the 3, the other at the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Holmgren in at the power forwards position. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. On defense, the Suns. Holmgren with it.
And that's just remarkable defense by Durant. Shooters definitely feel his presence when he's contesting like that.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Pass to Dort. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now, here's Dunn. Here is Durant. Clock at 4. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, you get a sense of how locked in Kevin Durant is. The defense not going to alter his approach.
So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. A size 7 foot, the ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
Richards, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams looking over the floor. Dunn with some nice D.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Dort against Beal. Dort attacking. Williams for 3. That one misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Richards. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, Booker keeping that defense off balance with his passing ability right there.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I did speak with Mike Budenholzer for a few minutes. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task. Guys?
Thanks, David.
Well, you see the unlimited range of Kevin Durant, and how easy is it to the Slim Reaper?
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. The offensive rebound. Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocks down the 3 ball. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Richards with it. Defended by Holmgren. Outside, KD. Dunn passes to Durant. No good with the elbow jumper.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Back to Dort. Holmgren sets the screen for Dort. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Beal. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander sinks the triple. He's got 8.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Outside, KD. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it. Durant kicks to Booker. Durant sets a screen for Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines in. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Dunn is out there with Durant, and it's Richards in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Now here's Booker. Puts up a deep 3. Richards passes to Dunn, and the foul called on Jalen Williams.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul. Here is Durant. He's got 8. Clock at 6. Here's Beal. Count it.
Well, this is how Bradley Beal just makes it impossible to guard him. 3-level scorer. This time he goes to the inside game.
The big challenge in Beal's career, Doris, has been staying consistently healthy, right?
There's no question about it, Kevin, because you never have doubted the talent. I mean, Bradley Beal is a 3-tool player. He came into the league as an elite shooter, but now has become incredibly good with the basketball in his hand. The good news, he's always been resilient and fought hard to come back as quickly as possible.
Booker the pass to Richards. It's good. Richards got 6.
Don't underestimate Booker's passing ability. He's getting better and better at making plays for others.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
It goes on Devin Booker.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
George, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, 2-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
Now here's Beal, takes the 3, knocks down the 3 ball. Beal's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that is so easy for Bradley Beal. From 3, no problem.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Dagnall said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after the made shot from Bradley Beal. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
There's the pick. Durant, the pass to Richards. Done outside. Driving the lane. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials up. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Done. 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Why the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
Durant sets a screen for Booker. Done outside. A three-pointer, no good. Thunder have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now Beal defending. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That's going to send Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to the free throw line. Bradley Beal picks one up. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
So far in this one, guys, it's been the shooting, in particular from mid-range. That has been huge for them.
They've also done a great job finding openings and exploiting them. Take those lanes when they're given and turn them into points.
Now here's Beal. He's got 7. Outside Durant. Over Holmgren. Durant, no good.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
It's deflected. Booker against Dort. Booker dishes to Dunn. Dunn with a screen on Holmgren. KD passes to Dunn. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's foul number 2 for him.
4th team foul.
43 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Outside for Durant. 6 to shoot. Back to Booker to stop the run. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got his 4th rebound in this one. Williams finds Williams. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Now Holmgren. Picked by Williams. KD against Holmgren. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Williams can't hit.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Dunn. And that one released in time, but no good. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. They've got Mitchell. Williams is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Wallace, and it's Hartenstein in at the center. And Phoenix has possession, following the score by Oklahoma City. Jones kicks to O'Neal. Plumlee in the post. He's against Williams. Jones drives in. Here's Plumlee. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Plumlee's got his first basket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Caruso finds Mitchell. Plays it up and banks it in. Mitchell's got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Jones, the pass to Allen. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
And it's Williams throwing it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
That's how you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Allen. The Thunder making the shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
At the line for your Suns, Grayson.
And he sinks the second. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Into the lane. Jams it in off the great move.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And Phoenix has possession, following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Bull. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Oklahoma City leading by 7. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Olson. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. KD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the 3 of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin, they certainly have the talent.
David, indeed they do.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Now, here's Caruso. Williams sends a screen for Caruso. Lets it go with a 3. Plumlee with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Jones, and the layup is good. Jones has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
Mitchell against Jones. The drive by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Bull.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Williams sets a screen for Caruso. His 3-pointers off the mark. They play the clock right. They can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
And then Allen slams it in.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction. 34 seconds left to play here in the third.
Caruso, the pass to Mitchell. Hartenstein with the screen for Mitchell. And it's off from three-point range. Suns have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Stolen by Mitchell. Jones against Caruso. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, rock solid 79%.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's done in at the 3. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Boy, how about the defense from Kevin Durant? Sends that shot back.
Here's Dort, and he could not get that one to go. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The first free throw is good.
What we know about Lou Dort is this guy is an excellent defender. He's got size, strength, versatility. You can basically throw him at the other team's best offensive weapon night after night.
Now here's Booker. KD on the wing. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 5 assists in the game.
Boy, no hesitation right there. You see Kevin Durant assertive on the offensive end.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. Chalk up 2 there. Dort's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Lou Dort expanding his skill set, now able to run pick and roll action. Go ahead and dictate some offense, Lou.
And Booker takes to Beal. Outside Durant. There's the screen. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams in the post. Dunn covering. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Holmgren with it. Williams a screen. With the clock winding down, it's hauled in by Dunn.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Williams, a screen on Beal. The three. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. And stolen by Booker. Here's Durant. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 25 points in the game.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Richards. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. The Thunder leading by 3. And there's the call on Devin Booker. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Second team foul.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup falls. Now it's a 5-point Oklahoma City lead.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
And there's the call on Lou Dort.
First team foul.
That'll be his second foul of the game. Now here's Booker. Booker on the move.
Does it seem to you guys that this guy, nothing faces him? Booker treats every moment like every other moment. No matter how big, no matter how small.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
The quiet confidence, the ruthless execution. You need a big-time bucket. Shea is on time.
There's Beal with the 3. Offensive rebound. Outside for Durant. Three-pointer. No good that time.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williams has a screen for Holmgren. 5 to shoot. Those are done. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You love when guys like Chet Holmgren, who enters the league with big expectations, works hard to meet those expectations. It's been great to watch.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
Out to KD. Jacks up a 3. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
Kevin Durant calmly steps into that shot with the game hanging in the balance. Love it.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Stolen by Dort. And that's an intentional foul.
Bradley Beal. Third personal foul. 15 foul.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance. That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
And the Suns call time here. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
9 seconds left in the fourth. And here's KD for 3. Not going to go that time. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might
Got Green. Sorry. Eason is out there with Alperon Şengün. Then it's Thompson, and it's Brooks in at shooting guard. And for Phoenix, Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant, and it's Dunn in at the 3 slot. Points will come at a premium tonight, Richard. These are two of the stingiest defenses in the NBA.
Yeah, these games were a grind to play in. You're fighting for every bucket. So the little things, like an extra possession here or there, those will be huge.
Now here's Booker. Durant with a screen on Thompson. Booker with it. He's picked up by Eason. Durant against Thompson. 5 to shoot. Durant surveying the D. Off target with the 3. Beal against Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
We talked about how Alperon Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game, and if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware he is the engine of this offense.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Jalen Green.
There's a nice pace to Green's game, so the pull-up, it can be a weapon for him.
You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring, but how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
Oh, he's a good decision maker, B.A. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional, quote-unquote, point guard.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Eason. And a miss there on the triple. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Durant on the attack. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Durant too quick off the drive. Easy dunk for KD.
Houston has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Green. And there's the drive. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Houston shooting their first free throws of the game. Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers. Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Ames, and that's only to name a few.
Booker, the pass to Dunn. It's Beal on the wing. Green covering. Beal gets the bucket.
Let me tell you, Beal is crafty. He will figure out a way to get inside.
Green against Booker. On the attack, Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
If that doesn't belong in the dunk contest, then I don't know what was. That is an impressive finish there by Green.
And out of bounds, Houston will have it. The Rockets lead by 3. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside for Brooks. Drives to the hoop. Back to Green. Pass to Şengün. 5 on the clock. And Şengün throw it down.
A sometimes underrated playmaker, Green showing good patience and vision.
Booker surveying the floor. Beal outside. From downtown. It's rebounded by Şengün. The Rockets have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Thompson passes to Green. Knocks down the triple. Green's got 10 points in the game.
He can get it done off the dribble or off the catch. Green is just a flat-out shooter.
Outside Durant. 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. It's deflected. Green against Beal. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Now here's Booker. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Dunn. Back to Booker. Here's the three. The Rockets pull it in. 29 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And here's Green from the arc. Richards pulls it in. Suns trail by 10. And out of bounds. Houston will have it.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
The Rockets have gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Here's Green. Pass to Brooks. Outside Eason. Green with a screen on Durant. Here's Eason. Uses the glass on the layup.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
And so it's Houston going into... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got Tari Eason. Dylan Brooks is out there with Green. Then there's Alperen Şengün. And it's Thompson in at the three.
Powerful.
Oh, yes! That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Green against Beal. The layup off target.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Now Green. He's got 12. Pass to Şengün. 6 to shoot. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Here's Thompson. Back to Şengün. Shoots over Durant. Here's Eason. Outside for Brooks. Now Green. Nails it from 3. Green's got 15 points.
And it's encouraging to watch Green knock down the triple. Needs to keep doing this.
Knocked loose. And stolen by Green. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Right wing. Durant against Eason. Good on the bucket. He's got 6.
Guys, just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Over to the left wing. Şengün passes to Eason. Booker against Green. Thompson. It's good on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 19.
You know, we talk about the value of size out of the backcourt, and that sequence by Thompson is a great example.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. Durant for 3. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Booker's got 3 assists in the game. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches. But the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court.
And Booker with the jam.
That's just too easy for D-Book. You can't give him an opening like that.
Here's Green. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Booker. Oh, my. Booker just throwing it down.
Now, that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
And that one's good. Green.
This is how special Green can be at times. When he's hot, he can be an incredible scorer.
Booker goes in. Thompson with the block. And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul.
Bradley Beal.
That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Here's Green. 20 points for him. Eason a screen on Booker. Here's Green. There's the drive. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
So far, proving he can score in this league. Green drawing more attention from the defense.
At the line for 2.
That one misses. Suns trail by 18. Here's Booker. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
This is who you want at the line, and Booker gets himself there a lot.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
They set the pick. Green for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Booker, the pass to Dunn. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Dunn's got his first points in this one.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Eason a screen on Booker. Outside Eason. Pass to Şengün. Outside Green. The Rockets with another miss. Booker for 3. Not going to go that time. And so that's the end of the first half. The Rockets on top, leading by 14. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Mason Plumlee out there with Bol Bol. Then there's Tyus Jones. Then there's Grayson Allen. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Man, that one's good. Whitmore.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Phoenix Suns. 17-point game.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Houston has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Here's Shepherd. Pass to Tate. Takes a 3. Plumlee pulls down the board. For 3, O'Neal. It's hauled in by Houston. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And it's Shepherd missing. For Phoenix, they've gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Allen outside. Here's Bol. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Adams with a screen on Bull. Tate against Bull. And here's Shepard for three. On target from range. Shepard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Jones drives in. Outside Bull. The three. That shot, no good.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
This one for three. Unable to get that one. Suns trail by 18. Here's Allen. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Grayson Allen's shooting gets a lot of attention, Richard, but his efficiency is also impressive.
No, it's his shooting and efficiency that causes problems for defenses. When he's on the floor, there will be much more space for everyone else to work.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
Here's O'Neal. Off target at the rim. The Rockets lead by 21. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Here's Whitmore outside. That one doesn't drop. Phoenix has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Jones, the pass to Allen. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Shot clock at 6.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
4-3. Smith with the rebound. The Rockets have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Here's Whitmore outside. Plumlee pulls down the board. Suns trail by 21. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket. Unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And Houston, shooting has been great this game, 58%. And another miss by Houston. Well, the Suns shooting about 43% in this one. The ball's knocked loose. Whitmore with it, picked up by Plumlee. Tate against Bull, pass to Shepard. Three-pointer. Hits the trifecta. Shepard's got 6.
Well, Shepard can really spin it from distance, and he doesn't need a lot of room to launch it.
Phoenix shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for 2, Tyus Jones.
Jones hits them both. Houston leading by 19. Picked by Smith. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith. A minute 4 left in the third quarter. Jones feels it out. There's the triple. Pure from three-point range. Jones has got 8 here in this quarter.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
To the left wing. The 3, Smith. And they get it back. Adams, the pass to Smith. Drains the triple. Smith's gotten his second bucket of the game.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Back to Jones. Pass to Plumlee. Back to Jones. Floats one. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid up and in by Plumlee.
Those are some hustle points, really bonus points when you put in a miss.
Here's Shepard, defended by Jones. Outside Whitmore. The 3 is up. Can't get it to drop. And so it's the Houston Rockets looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one.
Oh, my goodness!
Using that speed, Green flying by on the drive.
Here's Booker. Lays it up and banks it in.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Şengün, the screen. There's the three, and that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got his 5th assist in this one.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
First team foul.
And we played through about a minute here in the 4th. Green against Booker. Şengün, a screen on Booker. And here's Green from the arc. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Dunn. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Continuing to get better at facilitating Booker with a dime.
Green against Booker. Here's Thompson. Rebounded by Dunn. And Booker has got the ball here for the Suns. Down by 15. Beal's shot is off. Pass to Thompson. Green for 3. Connects from downtown. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Booker, the pass to Richards. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Feed the interior, good things will happen.
Şengün, a screen on Booker. And here's Green from the arc. Rebounded by Dunn. Suns trail by 16. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Outside for Booker. Stolen by Thompson.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, he sees the man's going to kick the ball out. Wow. I mean, that was great anticipation.
Eason. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. 4th quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Now here's Booker. Here he goes. Pass to Richards. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And they're just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
3-pointer, Beal. Eason pulls it in. Eason's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Green. Offensive rebound to the right side from the arc. Kevin Durant with a rebound. Suns trail by 16. Richard, you attempted to guard Kevin Durant in your playing days. How hard was that?
It was not easy. He's the lead scorer, ball handler. Oh, yeah, he's also 7 feet tall. KD is one of the toughest assignments that you will ever face.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
1:57 left to play in the 4th quarter. Eason, a screen on Booker. Outside Eason, pass to Brooks. Buries it from 3. And the Rockets lead by 17.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Booker, the pass to Richards. Outside for Booker. Oh, yeah! Booker dialing long distance.
That's the kind of shot this offensive scheme is meant to produce.
Şengün passes to Brooks. to the left side wing. Launches a three. Şengün, no good. Suns trail by 14. Here's Durant. Richards inside, defended by Şengün. Outside Durant. No good from outside.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes. Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Rockets.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jalen Green.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
And it's Green missing. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And out of bounds, Houston will have it.
Yeah, another miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
Now here's Şengün, covered by Richards. And here's Şengün. So it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.